Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and on this one I'm going to compare my Mesa Boogie 3-channel non-multi-watt dual rectifier from early 2000s to Mesa Boogie's, this is 100 watt, to Mesa Boogie's Triple Crown 50-watt head, which is brand spanking new that I borrowed from a Musics. Thank you for letting me borrow this. Let's start from channel 3. So on the Recto I have the modern mode. You can see the settings from the picture. There's nothing in front. And on the Triple Crown I have the high channel, and let's put that to normal now. So no overdrive, no boost. This is set to normal and not tight. Okay. The guitar is one of my signature ESP Japan custom shops with EMG 81 and 85. Then the pedal board, nothing on at the moment. There will be SD1. And then, you know, the cabinet I'm using is a oversized Mesa cabinet from 94 with V30s mic'd with Shure SM57 and Royer 121. The 121 is blended in just to add a little bit fullness. What you mostly hear is the 57, and all the woof comes from the Royer. Alright, without further ado, let's do some good old and justice for all. So first the Recto, nothing in front. Tuning is E-Watt standard. Then the Triple Crown. As suspected, rectifier is quite flabby and, you know, furry without anything in front to tighten up. This works really well. This is more, I guess the name Triple Crown comes from a, you know, British royalty thing. So this is definitely close to a Marshall. This has EL34s. This has 6L6s on the power amp section. All right, let's do the same. Let's engage the tight switch. This was already significantly tighter. And let me engage a bus SD1 in front of this. I'm not gonna touch any settings. First, the Recto. triple crown with the tight switch, nothing in front. Yeah, now the recto was actually usable because the super overdrive tightens the low end, adds a little bit of sustain and some mids, and I feel that the tight switch on the triple crown does just that. Cool, then let's switch the channels to low channel here and channel 2 here, which I have on the vintage mode. Let's see how that sounds. SD1 off. This one. I mean, they're set, well, actually quite differently, because recto has so much bottom, but the presence and treble and mids are around the same. But you already heard this is way more mids and it's way more focused sound. Let me play just that's a little bit gain. Both. Let's play some Ratt. Yeah, recto first, nothing in front. Then the triple crown, and this is set to normal. Okay, then let's put this to tight. Almost like having a boost pedal in front. Then let's add the SD1 to recto. Now when we have more gain, let's engage Yamaha SPX90 symphonic preset and a little bit of room reverb and a tiny amount of PCM70s circular delays, and let's play some crazy babies. First with the recto. Yeah, then the triple crown with the tight switch on, no SD. Oh, that's a little bit, let's take a little bit of the presence, add some some bottom. The chorus, the symphonic effect was much more present because this has way more upper mids and it's kind of focused on that area. Yeah, that was that. Then let's change to the clean channels on both. Let's see the volume difference. Let's use the 85 neck pickup. Okay, those are the settings you can see from the picture. I will take a shot and I won't touch them now anymore. This is probably, well, this was on the drive setting, so let's put this to clean to. They are set fairly similarly. There's a lot of presence and treble. Not that much mids and a fair amount of low end. It's actually a bit louder and this has a little bit more top. Okay, just a couple of chords. First with the recto, nothing in front. Triple crown. Little bit back bottom. Cool. Then let's add chorus to both. First the rectifier and let's do some Mama I'm Coming Home. No wonder it sounded chorusy because the SPX90 was on and the delay, but let them be. Now there's even more chorus because I have a chorus ensemble in front and then the SPX90 is post. Alright, so that was the rectifier clean. Then let's do a triple crown clean. Let's add a little bit volume at bottom. Okay, now let's do both amps without anything in front. Let me close the TCN70 and the Yamaha. Let's start with the Recto. Then the Triple Crown. There you go. Conclusion. Well, Recto on a high gain settings, it's really flabby and furry. When you add an overdrive, my favorite is Buzz SD1. It just tightens it nicely. It's still big like a Recto, but more focused and, in my opinion, really good sound. I have used this amplifier a lot on the new CYHRA songs, the already released ones, I think, but at least the songs that will be released. There's a lot of Recto and 5150 and Plexi, and there's a lot of all my amps, to be honest. This channel don't need anything. The normal mode, it's tighter than the Recto. It's kind of like the Recto with SD. When you add the tight switch, it becomes even more tighter. It's a 50 watt amp, so it's just, the volume is pretty much the same, but the 100 watt is just usually bigger. But this is really, you know, kind of British aggressive mid-bite. Channel 2, the same thing, you know, just less gain. Recto is a little, you know, when you add an SD or something to tighten it up, it works great. It's just like a JCM 800. This one again, you know, normal switch, tight switch, didn't really need anything. The cleans, I think both cleans are great, a little bit different. EL34s, maybe there was a little bit more upper mid chime on this one than on that one, and I didn't really spend time to, because I mean, I don't use this amp for my cleans. I use the ADA MP1. That's my main clean sound amp. So it was just whatever was there. Yeah, but it's great, you know. Yeah, hopefully you found this interesting and informative, and you know, you get ideas, and now you heard what is the differences between these two amps. American, big, muscular. American British, more focused, more bite, more presence, snarlier, bigger. Thanks for watching. Until next time, all the best, take care. See ya. Bye.